why would God punish anyone eternally? How is that fair? And I think it's very important to clarify one thing before we answer this question, is that in the Islamic paradigm, there's only one sin that is forgiven on an infinite scale, and that is shirk, right? Associating partners with God. As he says in the Quran that God will forgive all of the sins except for shirk. So now the question is, again, why would he punish associating partners with him for an eternal length of time or an eternal scale? And I think that first we have to clarify one more thing before we get to like the meat and potatoes, and that would be that if someone commits a crime, let's say someone shoots a person, they murder someone. So the actual crime part of that, the murdering, actually only took place for what? Half a second, a millisecond, as the bullet killed the person. Now you're not going to punish that person for that length of time. You're going to put them in jail for perhaps life sentence. So the duration of the punishment does not necessarily have to match the duration of the crime committed. Rather, it's going to be the weight of the crime has to match the weight of the punishment. All right, the weight of the punishment has to match the weight of the crime. So with this in mind, I think it actually makes perfect sense as to why God would have an eternal punishment for those who commit a crime against him, that is associating partners with him. So let's think about this, right? If you commit a crime against another human being, if you commit a crime against another human being, God can forgive that, or you will be punished for that for a temporary amount of time in hell. But you will not be punished permanently for that in hell. Why is that? If you commit a limited sin against a limited human being or against a limited person, right? If you commit a violation or you commit a crime against someone who is limited as a human being, then you're going to be punished for a limited amount of time. Now, if you commit a crime against an infinite being God, there's only one infinite being, and that is God, right? If you commit a crime against an infinite being, then the punishment for that has to be on an infinite scale, right? So actually now it makes complete sense as to why the only crime which has an infinite punishment is associating partners with God. All other sins God can forgive. He says in the Quran, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَغْفِرُ أَن يُشْرَكَ بِهِ وَيَغْفِرُ مَا دُونَ ذَلِكَ لِمَن يَشَاءُ. And God will not forgive if you associate partners with him, but he will forgive any other sin. So I hope that answers the question. Yeah.